in today's recipe is a vegetable recipe, and it's one that I use quite often. You can have this as a side dish, or you can have it as a dip for dipping other veggies into. It's also really good hot or really good cold, so that's what I love about it. It's really versatile. Best of all, like all the recipes, really simple to put together, although it does take a bit of time in terms of the cooking side of things. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need an eggplant, aubergine. Now I've got 3 in this recipe. If you have quite large ones, then 2 will probably be plenty. I've then used 3 Romano peppers. You can use a different type of pepper if you prefer. Just go for a nice red or dark orange color. Then I've got a red onion, and then the other mandatory ingredients you're going to need are olive oil, some salt, and then some pepper. Now in addition, in this one, I'm going to add some parsley and some chili powder, but this is where you can really make it your own. You can use dried herbs, fresh herbs, different types of seasoning, so that's up to you. But like I said, the basic is going to be the veggies, the olive oil, and the salt and pepper. Okay, so let's get started. What I'm going to do is chop up the rest of this red onion. So I'm going to chop it in half again, and you just want the sizes of the vegetables to be about the same. You want them to all be the same size, whether you're chopping the onion or you're chopping the aubergine. So that's that. I'm adding that to the ones I've already chopped. Now I don't know if you cook with or eat aubergine very often, but it's such a nice vegetable to have because it's really hearty and it really makes you feel full. So, you know, if you've given up the pasta and all the wheat and all those kind of not so good for you side dishes, this one really replaces them well by giving you that nice kind of satisfied, full feeling. So here we go. I'm just going to finish chopping this up. As you can see, it doesn't get much simpler than this. You don't need it to be perfect. So, finishing off with the red pepper. This dish, not only does it taste really nice, it just looks really beautiful when you're finished with it as well. So it's a pretty dish, and I think it's important when you're eating that the food that you're eating not only tastes nice, but looks really nice. Okay, so there we go. I'm just going to put this to the side. Okay, so I've got all my veggies in there. Now I'm going to add the olive oil. Now the olive oil, you can be generous with it. So I just start at the top of the dish, swig around all the way to the end. I don't know how much that was, maybe about 4 or 5 tablespoons. I'm having a bit of a guess. So I'm going to mix the veggies up just to make sure they're all nicely coated from the olive oil. Now what's going to happen with this is you're going to bake it at 190 degrees. Please make sure that your oven is preheated before you put it in. From there, I'm going to put them in for 20 minutes. I'm going to take them out after 20 minutes, mix them up, add some water. I'll show you how this is all done, and then we'll mash these all up at the end. So here I go. I'm going to put these in to my preheated oven for 20 minutes. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes. I'm going to take the veggies out and getting ready for the second part of this recipe. So I'm just going to lightly mix them up again. Oh, these are looking really nice, and the smell is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to just add a splash of water into the veggies, and this will just prevent them from really burning. So just around the edges, and in total at the most it's a 1/4 cup, if that. It probably is a lot less than that. So just a little bit around the edges, give them a good mix up, and now I'm just going to put them in for the final 20 minutes. Okay, here comes the fun part. I'm going to take the veggies out, and they're looking amazing. What I'm going to do now is mash these up really well. So I'm going to get my masher. This is where you got to put a little bit of your strength work into this one. So they should mash really nicely. Now, you don't want to mash them to the point where they are just a big kind of pulp. You want them to, you can leave some nice little chunks in it. It's completely up to you how you want to do that. The important thing is to just really blend them well so that all those nice flavors mix well, and that's the magic to this recipe. And again, it seems like a really simple recipe, but don't underestimate the flavor. It's fantastic. These ingredients just go so well together. Okay, so I've mashed them up nicely. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my fresh parsley that I've chopped up, and I'm going to season it with a bit of salt, just a little sprinkle. There we go. And then my pepper. I love fresh pepper. It's fantastic with veggies. And now I'm going to add a little bit of chili powder. This is just because I really like it. You don't need to add that bit in. So there we go. I'm then going to finish mashing these together. Alright, and from there, oh, these look so beautiful. Okay, so that looks really nice, just where I wanted it. And I'm going to transport this to a dish so I can show you exactly how beautiful this looks and all the nice different colors. Now, what you can do with this dish, it goes really nicely with a nice piece of chicken or some fish, whatever kind of protein you're going to have. Or you can wait and let it cool down and have it with some raw veggies, so some nice carrot sticks or celery sticks, whatever you like to have. This is a beautiful dish, nice and versatile, and you can see all the gorgeous colors in there. It's also one of those dishes that if you have it the next day, it tastes even better because the flavors have had a chance to really blend together. So it's definitely one that you can make a big batch of and have for a couple days later as well. So there you have it, one of my very favorite veggie dishes. So I hope you give this one a try and really enjoy it.